light. No, you don't mind it. I think you like it. Always showing you wrong from right. I'll let you guide me. Just stay beside me. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky man. 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 The seasons change, but you're the same. Your love is constant. You've never lost it. Your voice is calling out my name. It makes me miss you, even when I'm with you. Oh, nobody wants to go it alone, and I just wanna stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky man. I am a lucky man. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky man. 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 I am a lucky man.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. You know how we do it on the Speed Lane. We talk about something that sparks real conversations, gets people thinking, and sometimes even makes you pause and reflect. Today we are talking about something that hits home for a lot of us: when kindness hurts. And the question is being kind still worth it today? And I am your host this morning, Marysyntia Hangeior, together with,
And yes, good morning. My name is Clement Sampson.
and we are talking about when kindness hurts. So think about it. You help someone, you go out of your way to support them, maybe even sacrifice a little for them, and then they let you down, they betray your trust or take advantage of your generosity. It happens to everyone at some point. So the big question this morning is being kind still worth it today? Now you too can call in to be part of the show. If you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868, that's 090 3648 5868. Is being kind still worth it today? All right, so we'll start with ourselves in the studio, Clement, and let me ask you first, do you think being kind is still worth it today? But we have someone who came before you, or who wants to talk before you, so let's let him or her. Hello.
Hello,
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
my name is Solomon from International Market.
Okay, Solomon, what do you think? Is being kind still worth it today?
Being kind, depends on how the offense or the gravity is.
Mm.
Um, So if the gravity is light and the let me see, the intention is intentional, then I don't think it's worth it. But if it's not intentional, it's mistake, and then the gravity might be light, then fine, today is worth it.
All right. Thank you very much, Solomon, for calling in and contributing. I think what he means is it depends on the situation, or maybe who you're dealing with, or certain situations. That's when you can tell if it's still worth it or not? And the question remains, is being kind still worth it today? And you also can call in at any point in time to be part of this conversation, and it's 090-3648-5868. Go on, Clement. Is being kind still worth it today for you?
Now, my first question to you is, how are you today?
Okay, I'm fine.
And how was your weekend?
My weekend was fine as well.
So you're fully prepared for this week, right?
Maybe.
Why? I mean, why?
Maybe.
Like, you have to put on your game face.
Maybe. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Nathaniel, and I'm driving, so I'm on the Kashim Ibrahim way at the moment.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Nathaniel. What do you think? Is being kind still worth it today?
Well, kindness is an eternal virtue. We always need kindness. Whether you give it and it hurts, or the person who receives it does not value it, the world is built on kindness, it's built on love, it's built on everything that sustains us. So if we pay too much attention to the people that hurt us when we do good, then we are also not going to get kindness, because everybody else will shut down. So I think it's just important to educate people, and it starts at an early age. If children learn kindness, they grow up to continue to value it. When they grow up in an environment that is unkind to them, they are not going to learn kindness in old age. So kindness is an eternal virtue. We should all practice it because we all need it all the time. That's my thought.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. We heard from Nathaniel, and he said kindness is an eternal virtue. I hope that sticks with you and you actually look at it from that point. I mean, if that's what you want to do. So you also can call in at any point in time to be part of this conversation. The question is being kind still worth it today? And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. Go on, Clement.
Okay, so I was going to say the same thing as Mr. Nathaniel just said, right? And
let's still hear it from
it's the fact that kindness is not something, as far as I see it too. You see, there's this, I think I do say this normally, right? That regardless of how somebody else treated you, doesn't mean you should use the same lens to look at the next person that comes your way. Okay, so you might have shown kindness to somebody, and the person wasn't sensible enough, let me put it that way, or sensitive enough to repay you back in kind, right?
Okay.
Now, it wouldn't mean that you should go ahead and the next person that comes your way, you'd say, oh, I've learned based on what that person did to me, this is how I will treat this next person. Now, that will become you being unfair, right? And so, like our last caller said, it's an eternal virtue. I mean, it should exist, whether people think they need it or they don't, or whether people know how to appreciate it when they receive it or they don't know how to appreciate it when they receive it. It should still come from you regardless, because you already can't tell when you would be denying somebody of the kindness he needed at a particular time, right? That the person would have even appreciated you for, because you really can't tell, you really can't understand people until a certain level, right? So what I'm driving at is just do it, not because you're even expecting any kind of reward for it, but just because it is something that you feel it's part of you and it's part of life, and everybody needs it regardless of whether they would appreciate you for it or not.
Okay, it's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this morning we are talking about when kindness hurts, and the question is being kind still worth it today? Because you find that a lot of people are just being kind to others and just showing goodness and all of that, but in return they don't actually get that kindness that they're showing to other people. Sometimes some people even go as far as betraying you even when you're kind to them. So in that situation now, Would you say being kind is still worth it today? Is being kind still worth it today? And the number to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. The question is being kind still worth it today? You know, kindness is one of the most beautiful human traits. Hello. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Okay, and definitely do not call in as a joke. You could still call back, and the number to call is 090 3648 5868. And like I was saying, kindness is one of the most beautiful human traits. It builds bridges, creates bonds, and sometimes even changes lives. But here's the thing, being kind doesn't always come with a guarantee and all of that. Hello. Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear you.
good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, good morning. My name is Sampson Clement, SBL.
Okay.
I'm calling from Makodi,
All right.
Wadata, to be precise.
Good. You're welcome.
Welcome
Mr.
to
Sampson.
the
Yeah.
show. So is being kind still worth it today?
Yes, it is worth it. It is good to be kind no matter the consequences of being kind. I was happy when the other caller, Mr. Nathaniel, was speaking my mind.
Okay.
Personally, there was a times that I made up my mind not to be kind to anybody because of how much people betrayed the kindness. Let me give you one example.
Okay.
I was driving from Alede to Makodi, and I saw somebody desperately waving at my car, flagging me down to give him a lift.
Okay.
And I did. When I dropped him off at P and discovered that the guy had lifted my power bank with the charger.
Okay.
You see. So, do you still give people lift? Is it still worth giving people lift? Because it is inherent. The fact that someone has betrayed the kindness or has repaid you with evil doesn't mean you should say, well, it is no longer worth being kind. It is a part of humanity that makes the world a better place for all of us living in the world. Yes, there comes a time that everyone in this life needs some form of kindness or the other. So if you say because people are not reciprocating, because that is what we actually lack as human beings, then you won't be kind anymore. It won't augur well, and the world will not be a better place as we all want it to be.
All right.
So yes, it is still worth being kind.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in, Sampson, to contribute. We heard him and he says, no matter what, being kind is still worth it. And I like the example he gave because that's what so many people face these days. You're trying to help someone. Imagine trying to give someone a lift, and then at the end of the day, after giving he or she a lift, and they lift your item, like they steal from you, like I would be pissed. And fair enough, for someone like me, I might even at that moment say, I'm not going to give anyone a lift again. So sometimes people who even change their minds and say I will not be kind again. I don't even blame them, because it's like they have faced so many things and people have not reciprocated. Sometimes I would say for myself and some other people, it's not like you're even looking for a kind action in return or something like that, maybe give you back something in return. It's just that appreciation, or just to show that you actually appreciate what someone did for you, instead of actually paying them back with betrayal or stealing their item, in the case of Mr. Sampson. So you can also call in and talk to us and tell us, do you think being kind is still worth it today? And the number to call is 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. Is being kind still worth it today? All right.
Now, I think with that kind of experience, Mr. Sampson just told us now.
We have a call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Action Radio.
Good
morning to
morning.
you.
Tell us your name and where.
Sampson Clement, and I'm calling from David Mark Bypass.
Okay, welcome to the show, Chief
Yeah,
Tina.
I've been onto the program, I've been listening to views, and I just want to make my small contribution too.
All right, go ahead.
First and foremost, without kindness,
Mm.
the world cannot evolve.
Mm-hmm.
And in the course of being kind, we should also expect that not everybody will be kind,
Mm.
but we need a certain percentage of kindness
Okay.
to make the world not stop.
Mm.
And that percentage is not a significant 80. It's just
Okay.
a small percentage.
Mm.
But so long as kindness thrive,
Mm.
people will always remember that good deed.
Okay.
Yes, in the course of being kind,
Mm.
that some people may take advantage, some people will even outright abuse,
Mm.
but that shouldn't stop you.
Okay.
And the most important thing in kindness is
Mm.
it's not an investment.
Okay.
So you are not expecting return on investment. You are not expecting any profits.
Mm.
But if you are looking at it from the point of people should reciprocate,
Mm.
that is actually thinking in a direction of investment.
Okay.
Okay.
And when it is not done, you will begin to feel that that kindness didn't bring out something. But that is not the important thing.
Mm.
The important thing is at that moment,
Mm.
you reached out and that need was met.
Okay.
Oh, somebody just said you gave somebody a ride.
Mm.
I have had my laptop taken from the car.
Ah.
Yes, you gave a set of people a ride. Somebody went out with a whole bag.
Ah.
And that was the end of it. Not minding the information that you had there and every. So, but that has not stopped me from
Being
doing
kind.
what I'm supposed to do
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
at the appropriate time.
Mm.
And it's just because I understand that I'm not expecting anything in return.
Mm.
So if somebody comes back, fine.
Mhm.
But I also want to emphasize that when you are being kind,
Mm.
people also reach out to you,
Mm.
especially for those of us who have kids.
Mm.
A child comes back to say that I was in X place and this thing happened, and the person doesn't even know that that child is yours.
Mm.
The person feels that he should reach out to that child because there was a need. So once there is a vacuum, it is supposed to be filled. For me, that is kindness.
Okay.
And so I will also encourage those people that have been betrayed, those people that have been abused, those people that have been taken advantage of, not to seek kindness from the point of reciprocity.
Okay.
Once you take that off your mind, it becomes easier to manage the situation.
All right.
Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. We heard from Chief Tina, and he said being kind is still worth it, and it's just for you to stop looking at kindness from the part of like looking at it as an investment and not expecting anything in return. However, I still feel like even if we are not expecting anything, like appreciation at the most, because it feels like when someone is being appreciated, they get better and better, like they get encouraged to continue doing the same, and then all of that. So in that sense of don't expect anything at all, I feel like that appreciation should be given without even someone having to
certainly
demand it.
Certainly it should be given, okay, but you cannot get it always. Okay, so the by the time you make peace with yourself and say I'm just doing these, maybe even first of all for the sake of your own peace of mind, right, that you did not leave somebody stranded. So it gives you peace of mind, because by the time somebody asks you for help and then you did not give it to the person, and then you go, for good-hearted people, they go and then they start feeling judged by their conscience, like, oh my God, how is that person doing right now? How is that person? You understand? So for your own peace of mind, right, by the time you just do it because you want to give yourself peace of mind, first of all, okay, that you didn't leave somebody in hell, right, and then also because you feel it is just a part of life that you should fulfill. Okay,
Yeah.
it makes it easier for you when people end up not even appreciating you.
Okay.
It makes it easy for you to live with it. But if you're having that expectation that people ought to appreciate you all the time, forget you get disappointed most of the time than when you actually get the appreciation that you're looking for.
All
Now,
right.
from what our callers have just said to us, now these are instances of their kindness backfiring against them. Happens.
Yeah.
So you understand. So by the time you don't even have that in mind, that I'm doing this so that this person can repay me or give me some form of appreciation, and then it backfires, you just be like, well, that's life. Well, that's human beings, and then you easily move on. Makes it easier. Okay. And unfortunately, that instance, there is something that people have looked at these individuals as being foolish or naive for the fact that they gave people assistance and these people took from them instead.
Yes.
That's a clear sign that these people looked at them as being weak, as being naive, which is not quite nice at all.
All right. If you have just joined us, it's the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this morning we are talking about when kindness hurts. And the question is being kind still worth it today? So you too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. The question is being kind still worth it today? You know those times when you're being kind to someone or to people and they don't you don't actually get the response you want. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Tell us your
morning,
name
sir.
and where you're calling from.
Okay, my Kelvin.
All right, Calvin.
Calling from Mark.
You're calling from where?
From Mark around the government house.
Okay, so is being kind still worth it today?
Definitely, I will say it because
Okay, Calvin, you might have to call us back because we cannot hear you properly. And the number to call remains 090 3648 5868. Is being kind still worth it today? You can call in and share with us because we're talking about those moments where kindness hurts. Hello.
hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's Kelvin.
All right, Calvin, go on. Is
We're
being
good now.
kind still worth it today?
Yeah, actually, I would say it's worth it
Okay.
because I've learned that kindness is like a boomerang.
Mm.
When you give it, it returns back.
Mm.
Despite the fact that some wicked ones and bad ones have made some people had some negative impression about being kind,
Mm.
but it's still not good to stop being kind. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Let me use myself as an example. I had two experiences.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On my way to Abuja, I gave somebody a lift from Nasarawa to Kefi.
Mm.
So I just shopped at the shop as I was going, my cosmetics, perfumes and stuff like that,
Mm.
So I took him, driving alone at times is not right.
Mm.
I feel like picking somebody. So I picked the guy. He looks like a student.
Mm.
So he was talking at Kefi.
Mm.
As soon as the guy arrived, I decided to, let me keep my bag. The leather, it was at the front seat, at the
Okay.
floor.
Yes.
So let me keep it behind.
Mm.
I noticed that some things were not inside. Actually, there was a time I stopped somewhere to ease myself
Mm.
along the road. So I thought that was when he picked those things.
Okay.
So when I noticed that, I began to look back and, to look around. If I could see him, the guy disappeared.
Ah.
I was like, wow,
Mm.
So at
Yeah.
that point, I felt so bad.
Mm.
You get?
Mm.
Then my second experience is, I attend Dunamis Church.
Mm.
My pastor will always say, Dr. Paul Eneche,
Mm.
he says, whenever you are going, make sure you give people lift. Don't go with empty car.
Mm.
You get?
Mm.
So I do that. So, and most of the time, I wash my car on Saturday evening. Again, Sunday, service. You get? So, during the rainy season, there's always more than all that.
Okay.
So some people will just, when you want to carry some people, they've already matched mud, and being that you clean your car and all that, so they'll just pack in everything and reddish whatever on the rug, they'll match everywhere. When I reach home, when I see it, I will actually feel bad, but I will say, what will I do?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I couldn't stop because I believe that kindness, the reward most of the time don't come from human. You get?
Yeah.
So I keep it up because I expect my reward from God, because it's something I have decided I will be doing.
Okay.
You understand? Because you don't know tomorrow. Might be you, it might be your kids. It's just part of me.
Okay.
So I think it's still good to be kind, irrespective of whatever you passed through or negative experience you've had. I think it's still good.
All right then.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. We heard from Mr. Kelvin, and he says being kind is still worth it. And he gave us two experiences he had where it was more like the first one, he helped someone and got his items stolen, like some of our other callers also said. And then again, when he had to make a tough decision, should he actually give people lifts and then end up with that dirty car, or should he just pass them? And that's a tough decision, because for some people, they'll just look at it like, I cannot go through all that stress to go and start washing my car again and all of that, or start cleaning things just because I wanted to help people. So you also can call in to be part of this show if you reach out to us on 090 3648 5868. That's 090 3648 5868. The question is being kind still worth it today? And we've had a lot of callers share their experiences when kindness actually hurts, like we said, because imagine helping someone and then getting your item stolen. Like, that's the height of it. And hello.
Morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Apu Emmanuel from North Bank.
Okay, Emmanuel, is being kind still worth it today?
Kindness is a thing that if you are a living human being, you're not supposed to think about it, because from my own view, if you kindness, somebody say kindness is not an investment. For me, it's an investment.
Okay.
Because you can do kindness in Makoti and harvest it in Abuja, Lagos, not necessarily in Makoti. Kindness is not like something you planted for God to reward you. If you are doing it for a human being, that is where kindness becomes a bad thing to you. But if you are just doing kindness because you have to be kind, because kindness pay reward very, very big.
Okay.
Some who have not known, don't know, who think that kindness you are doing is so that the person can pay it back to you. Kindness is a thing that makes life feel very free with you, not even the person you do kindness to. Like in my own case, I can tell you, I've received things from people I don't even know, maybe because of the kindness I've been doing. And sometimes I could tell that my son had a scholarship that I didn't even fight for.
Okay.
I don't know how he got the scholarship. He got the scholarship and has graduated. I don't know how the scholarship come about. He said, do not even apply for it. Just call him and come fill form and he got the scholarship. Wow. He's a HND. So kindness is not something somebody should think about it. If you want to be wicked, be wicked. If you want to be kind and continue. It must pay you somewhere. It's an investment somewhere, sometimes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. Now, that's wonderful. He shared a slightly different opinion, but it's not very different if you look at it. Because he said, unlike people who said it's not an investment, it is, but it's not like you're immediately expecting the reciprocation from that same person.
From that
you
same
give.
person,
Yes.
correct, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Kelvin. I forgot to drop my word of advice.
Okay, go on then.
Oh, so now what I do is, if I will help somebody, just like giving a lift or a ride, rather.
Yes.
Anything that I know it is not kept well, I will remove them.
Okay.
If possible, hide it. so that there will be no room for anything. You get?
Yes.
So that is what I advise. So if you must help, apply caution.
All right.
So those things one can easily pick, keep
Yes.
them out of that place to avoid stories.
Okay.
You get? I think
All right.
that's my own advice.
Thank you very much for calling back to say that. Is actually pretty helpful. If you want to help, just be cautious so that someone doesn't take advantage of you. So is being kind still worth it today? That's what we are still on. And the number
Yeah, go ahead, please.
The number to call is 09036485868.
Yes, and you're on to the speed lane on Asking Radio. So because the essence of you, okay, it's not like you should start helping people and then you just leave yourself open to be exploited, right? Okay, like Miss Kelvin pointed out, it's necessary for you to be secure while you're doing it, because it has happened to people, okay, being kind and even losing their lives in the process.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is John. I'm calling from North Bank, Makurdi.
All right, John, is being kind still worth it today?
Yes, for my own side. Because if you look at Bible, Hebrew chapter 6, verse 10, there is trying to make us to understand that God is fair and He will remember all the work we have done. He will remember that you show your love to Him by helping His people, that you continue to help them. That means kindness is investment. It's not like our brother Emmanuel said earlier. He said, if you have it's something that if you have from Makurdi here, you if planted for Makurdi here, if you have it in any places, any angles of the earth.
Yes.
So it's good and it's necessary for us to, because anything you are doing here on earth, you are not doing to people, it is God. That is why Jesus make a proverb to his disciple that anything you are doing, that is on the last day. He will tell them that when I was in hospital, you visit me. When I was in that and that. So it's good for us to participate on it. Whether you are facing challenges on it, whether I help people and they run away, whether they are insulting you, just continue your good work and the God Almighty.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. He says whether people are insulting you, no matter what they are paying you back with, you should always be kind, because your reward is not on earth but in heaven. So what's your take? Is being kind still worth it today? And the number to call is 09036485868.
Now you see the point. He said even if people insult you, it is really, I mean, it happens. People, you get insulted sometimes because you did an act of kindness. Now, like for example, now these are callers who got stolen from, okay, because they gave some persons a lift, right? Now this in the minds of these people who stole from these callers. Now, do you know, because I've heard this plenty times, this phrase "fall mugu"? Do you understand?
Yes.
So in their minds now, this one don't fall mugu. That's an instance of them insulting you. You probably didn't hear the insult, but I bet they tell themselves that that one don't fall mugu, or they go and they brag with their friends.
It's business for them. Or I cash out on this one today. You hear languages like that. It's taking advantage of someone's kindness.
Do you know even the taking advantage of people's kindness is one that these internet fraudsters they capitalize on it. You see, when they go out and they try to defraud foreigners, it's something that they are trying to capitalize on the people's kindness.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Hello, good
Fine.
morning. You're welcome to
Tell
the
us your
Speed
name
Lane.
and where you're calling from.
My name is Emmanuel, calling from Makurdi.
Go ahead,
Okay, Emmanuel, is being kind still worth it today? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. What did
Okay.
you say?
Is being kind still worth it today? Okay, thank you, Emmanuel,
That didn't
for
go too well though.
trying to get to us. And the
Mm.
number to call remains 090-3648-5868. And the question is being kind still worth it today? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you good
So
now.
is being kind still worth it today?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it doesn't matter if people are betraying your trust and then all of that. It's just advisable to remain kind.
You know, I can't see for everyone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just I can just speak for myself.
Mm.
You know,
Okay. All right.
as um in this world we're living in right now, all we can do is just to be kind. It doesn't matter if someone betrays you. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can't exactly change because someone betrayed you, have you?
Mm.
Okay.
So
All right. Thank you
it's
very
just
much,
okay.
Emmanuel, for calling in to answer. And we heard from him, and he says he cannot speak for everyone else, but for himself, it's just to remain kind, even if people betray you or not. And so far, we have not gotten someone that blatantly said, "Don't be kind," because people are mean and all of that.
I don't know.
But I've been saying this phrase of "stay wicked," and who are those people
Yes,
that
I
are always
mean-
saying "stay wicked"? And out here, we are all saying "be kind, be kind." Or is it just me that sees that phrase where people say "stay wicked"?
See, I know a number of people who have said I will not anymore. Do you understand? So now, if you're one of such persons, feel free and tell us. I mean, you are entitled to your opinion. You just need to explain to us why. I mean, it's human. We react to situations differently, don't we?
Yes.
So, because face it, people who
Okay, let's
do we
take
have a
this
call?
call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm still not Timothy. I'm calling as international market.
All right. Staying at Timothy. Is being kind still worth it today?
Yes, sometimes, they don't buy kindness in the shop.
Hmm.
So once you have given birth
Hmm.
from the womb,
Hmm.
God knows if you are going to be kind. Start from the womb.
All
You are
right.
going to be wicked still in the womb.
Hmm.
That's why if you are kind, you are kind. You cannot change. If you are wicked, if
Hmm.
you are born with wickedness,
Hmm.
the mother will know.
Okay.
So being kindness is a very good habit that God don't just give, He choose.
Hmm. All right.
So
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. He says, kindness is something that's born with. You don't choose to be kind. God just says, this one is going to be kind. This one is going to be wicked. Hello. And so it's more like once it's in someone to be kind, the person cannot actually change. So you also can call in at any point in time and talk to us. Is being kind still worth it today? And the number to call is 090-3648-5868. Is being kind still worth it today? So
I do feel that kindness can be taught also. Yes, like for parents can imbibe the virtue of.
let's take a call. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Edward Oragba.
Mm.
I'm calling from Backhouse, Canada quarters here in Ojungu, Makodi.
Okay, so welcome to the show. Is being kind still worth it today?
Yeah, just like the last person before me said, kindness is something that you are born with. You don't inherit, or you don't buy, or you don't practice to be kind. You are naturally born to be a kind person. So no matter what happens to you, you will still, if you are the kind-hearted person, you will still be a kind-hearted person.
Okay.
Like for me, for my own side, I have suffered a lot, uncountable number of betrayals and disappointments from friends. I I hold dearly, and felt that they cannot hurt me or do anything that we provoke or hurt me, my feelings.
Okay.
But I still find myself being kind and being good to them when the need arises. So kindness, just like the man said, I share the same opinion with him. Kindness is inbuilt, is born with you, and you cannot help but continue to be a kind person.
All
Because there are
right.
a number of times I will say, I will change, I will let me be a wicked person. Let me be very mean and wicked. But I find myself doing this very thing I said I will not do again.
Okay.
So kindness, just like you said, it's like that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. He says you also agree with a previous caller who said kindness you're born with, so you don't even get to choose if you want to remain kind or not because of the way people have treated you and all of that. So it's more like for some people, you were saying it could actually be taught, and I agree with that, because like some people from the way when they were born, it's more like their environment too. They not get to experience some level of kindness and all of that, but then they make like conscious attempt to learn to actually like adapt to that kindness and actually show kindness. So truly it's something that can be learned and unlearned too. Hello.
Yeah, this is Edward Oragba back on the line again.
Okay.
I made a submission there, but and those who were listening will say, does it mean that some of your friends, all your friends are bad or stuff like that?
Okay.
I want to correct quickly here that I have a good number of friends that are so kind. In fact, are even more kind-hearted than I am. And I have come across a lot of them. There's no need mentioning names, but those of my friends know themselves.
Yeah.
Those who are my kind of person, they know themselves. So I just want to quickly correct that before maybe them themselves will
That's thoughtful.
but I have never been like that with you. Why are you concluding that?
Yes.
I've been betraying you.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to say again.
All
Thank
right.
you. I hope I'm speaking. Is it Memshi King James that is on?
No, this is Mary and Clement.
Okay, your voice is sounding like that of Memshi King.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling back to clarify. We heard what he said. He's just trying to let my friends not feel bad and think I'm actually talking about all of them, or that feeling where you suddenly realize, so this is what this guy has had in mind with us all this while. So Edward is saying it's not all his friends. He has experienced bad friends, but he has a good number of friends, and I'm sure the friends, if they are listening right now, they know that this one is not me. But for some of the friends can be delusional, they feel like I'm definitely on the kind side, meanwhile you're not actually on the kind side. So
it just calls for deep reflection. Just check yourself and see. Now, the reason why I laughed, I just recalled something that happened while I was in service. An instance where a friend of mine took advantage of me, right? Said he was running away from his PPA, his local government, that the place wasn't safe, that bad boys came around and threatened them. So he said he wanted to come and squat with me at my own lodge, right? Now, when this guy came, he was a friend. I mean, yes, no problems. Guy, come around. Just come hide your head here. So he came, he stayed, but then he said he would stay for a number of days. I think 3 days max. Then he came, and then we were all couples together struggling, right? And then he came, he stayed with me, and for the first few days I was able to treat him as a guest. Feed him, took charge of everything. But then going further now, my resources were beginning to run down because I was taking care of two persons now, not just myself again. And now this guy just acted as though he didn't even understand what was happening. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So he came, he made a demand and said that he said he would like that, he loves eating swallow and he would love to eat swallow because when he came around, I had been feeding him all this spoon food, right? The food you eat with spoons. So he felt he was tired of all of these things. And then he said he he likes eating swallow. Okay, so if you're gonna make this kind of demands in my domain, right, you should step up to it, right? Not entirely. I would expect that you do some of it. Good. So I said, okay, no problems. Let's go and get the ingredients. We went to the market. We were buying the ingredients for everything, the soup. So I bought the other ones, but then I expected this guy to step up. He just stood behind me as if
he
nothing
had
was
no
happening.
business
As
with
if he had
the
no
bride.
business. And that was his wish that I was trying to fulfill there. Not 100%. Not like I wanted him to step up 100%.
Yeah, you
just
know,
to
there are
an extent.
sometimes that someone you even try to, and then you're like, no, don't worry. But then you'd appreciate that small gesture of the person actually tried to help. I get that.
But at that point, I had stepped up too much that my resources were beginning to wane out, right? So I needed some backup from him. And even at that, I was ready to foot more of the purchase of those ingredients for the soup. Though he needed the soup, I didn't need it. I didn't need swallow, right? So he just stood behind there, and then I called him over and I was like, guy, come pay for the fish now, right? He acted as he didn't even understand what I was asking for. Then I just got angry and I just eventually paid for the fish. That was the only thing I needed him to pay for, right? But then I ended up paying for it, so I paid 100% for everything.
Okay.
We went home, I dropped the ingredients. This guy did not want to step up to come and cook it, and in my mind, I'm like, "You asked for this. I never asked for this."
I hate dealing with those kind of people because, for one, I cannot actually call them out because I don't want them to feel bad or anything.
understand?
At the same time, like,
Because
use
you're
your own
treating
head.
them as your guests. At that point, I had kept on treating him as my guest, right? So at that point, we had reached. Come on, I mean, we were friends. So now guest time don't pass. Now to begin relate as guys. So you did my house, right? So it's time. At least you should be helping me to do some things. So okay, you asked for this swallow. This is you, not me. So okay, no problems. You didn't step up to buy the ingredients. Now cook it. We dropped the ingredients at home. I went out to just avoid the work for a bit. Came back and I still met the ingredients still there. And I was like, guy, you don't even do anything. You don't even rinse the fish or something.
I can understand.
I then got upset again. Still took the ingredients, went, prepared the fish, cooked the soup. Right? And then, do you know, I left the soup for him to eat. I didn't need
That's
it.
his
He ate it.
participation.
It was his
They
stuff
eaten.
all together. Even though I bought the ingredients, I cooked it for him. I left it for him. So I went and I looked for what appeals to me to eat. Now guess what? The next day, I went to church. It was on a Sunday, so I went to church, and then I did not come back on time. Now my friend did, and there was no light for him to use the hot plate to reheat the soup. Now guess what my friend did? This guy, but there was stove that he could have used to reheat the soup. My friend stayed in my room till I got back from church around 1 p.m. like that. Only for me to go check on the soup and it had gone bad. Soup that I just cooked yesterday.
Oh my God.
And I asked him, why you no warm the soup? Guy man told me that there was no light. But guy, stove did there, kerosene stove did, why you no use them? Just said he didn't cross his mind. I could not hide that displeasure this time around. I just
And
had
you
to
know,
tell
at
him
that moment, you start from the genesis of the situation. As I was saying, even yesterday, I ignored this one. You know, all those things will contribute to your immediate pain, and then you start even bringing all those ones of how yesterday he did not actually contribute,
You
and then
understand?
all of that.
And at that point, it was getting to a point when the finance was becoming to be a strain for me because I was taking care of him and myself. Now, this is an instance of somebody who takes you for granted because you were being kind, right? And at some point, you see, with these kind of experiences, you end up shutting down to other people. That wouldn't be so nice. So you can't really say because of this person's attitude towards you when you showed him kindness or you showed her kindness that you should shut down from other people, because eventually you might end up shutting down on somebody who truly needs the help. There's an experience I also had in Lagos. Now in Lagos, it's common for you to see somebody walk up to you and say, oh, I came for an interview, I got stranded, I don't have money to go so and so to go back home, right? So when I encountered this kind of people, right? I am conflicted. Is this guy being real or is this guy faking it?
Yes.
And then eventually I just tell myself, he might be faking it. All right, but don't worry. Just give it to him. Let it be between him and
that brings me
his conscience.
to one question though. Should we be selective, like with kindness, and try to figure out if it's actually someone who is worth it and all of that, or should we just give kindness freely to everyone? For you, what do you think?
See, the thing is, kindness these days, kindness is such that you doing it can put you in a position to be exploited. Okay, so it is okay for you to try to understand whether this person wants to take you for, because you are kind should not mean you should be over like played over.
True,
So
I get it.
I do believe that you have the right, okay, for your sanity, for your security, okay, to analyze situations that require your kindness.
All right.
So that you don't fall prey to. You understand? So you can analyze the situation to see whether it is worth your help. If because sometimes you can discern for yourself situations that really would not be safe for you to be kind towards the person. People have been kind and they ended up losing their lives to the person who they helped. This happened.
Yes, true.
But it's also possible that such situations, they could have analyzed it for themselves and found out early enough that this would be something that would eventually harm them. But they just went ahead and just helped, right? That is a situation of you just because it's in you to be kind, and then you just sell yourself out too cheap.
Okay.
You should be able to scrutinize situations like one of our callers, Kelvin, called back and say, take security measures. You want to give somebody a lift, put your things in order.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You can't just say because it's because it is kindness now.
It's,
I'm giving
it's
kindness.
actually heartbreaking that we even have to do that
It's
in the first
heartbreaking.
place, but it's necessary to
But
do
it's
it.
the reality now. So you should be kind, continue being kind, but it doesn't mean you should not be how do I put it, sensible about it.
All right. So you too can call in to be part of this conversation if you reach out to us on 090-3648-5868. And the question is being kind still worth it? When kindness hurts, that's our focus for today. And we are asking, is being kind still worth it? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I am Friday Ojime
All right. A Friday is.
from Tewa Sabado here.
All right. Welcome to the show. Is being kind still worth it?
Let me say it's worth it. My reason is I'm speaking scripturally. The Bible says that you will reap what you sow, not where you sow it.
Okay.
So, not necessary to the person you do good to, but the good that you have done.
We'll come back to you.
Because I come to realize that life is a seed.
Yes.
So whatever you do, you get it in return.
Okay.
So to some extent, regardless of what people do, you can still be good.
All
But
right.
when it comes to a point where someone is taking your goodness for granted, I think I put you in a place where you belong.
Okay.
I'll let you know that I hate users of men. So when I begin to realize that you are using me, I give you some space.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in to contribute. Now, this what he just said reminds me of something myself I do. You know, I'll just say it like, just say it. I'm not going to do this again. I've decided now is to stay wicked and all of that, but still find myself still like reaching out to people and trying to help and then all of that, and even doing the things that I said I would not do. And this is where we'd have to wrap it up on the speed lane today. But before that, let's read this comment from Facebook. Attitudes Adjustment said kindness is a spiritual gift, and a lot of other people also looked at it from the spiritual angle. So whatever aspect you're looking at it from, I hope you're right though. So Clement, do you have a last word quickly before we go?
Yeah, eventually you should not allow yourself to be taken advantage of like that. Because you want to be kind should not mean that you should be abused all the time. Okay, so there are measures you can take to safeguard yourself. Like in the case of that, my friend, eventually I had to tell him, because come on, resources had drained out. I could not take care of him and myself again. I had to and I knew for a fact that we were on the same level, both coppers. Okay, so at some point I had to tell him, guy, I think you don't reach time, may you go. I had to tell him like that.
True. Some people would not actually use their head until you spell it out and actually say it.
I had given him subtle signs for him to understand that it was time enough for him to leave, but he still stayed on, so I had to tell him point blank. So at some point you have to safeguard yourself though.
All right. So at the end of the day, kindness is powerful, but it's not weakness. And being kind doesn't mean being naive. It means being cautious and thoughtful and sometimes protective of your energy. So as you go about your day, not to forget to remember kindness is still worth it, but knowing when and how to give it wisely makes all the difference. So coming up next at 10 a.m. is King James 90s Top 10. So stay tuned for that and more right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. This has been the Speed Lane, and we have been talking about when kindness hurts, and we have been your hosts, Marysyntia Hangeior and
Clement Sampson.
And together we are saying bye.
Have a nice day.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.